What's going on, nation? Vape here, and welcome. Today I got an RDA with a really hard name. Now this one comes from GLXY or Glixy, I don't know, GLXY, and is the UHV RDA. Yes, it is. You go single and dual coil option on this one. This one is a budget, a really low cost RDA. All right, we'll talk about prices and pros and cons in the end, but it's a low cost RDA. But the reason I pick up this RDA is because it got pretty unique deck. All right, a deck that they took the idea from another company, but it works great. I mean, how many velocity style you see out there, or gun style decks, you know, from pretty nice companies, but this company took the idea from another company, and I think it's a pretty nice idea, and it works great. But obviously we're gonna dive down and I'll show you everything it comes in. We throw a build in here, we wick it, we juice it. All right, so let's dive down. All right, anyway, with extra O-rings, one flathead screwdriver, and two pre-made coils that we might gonna use them today. And you're also gonna get your UHV Rda. Now they got a few different patterns that you can choose to have on your barrel. I choose this one. This one looks good. You got 810 compatible on the top, and this one is actually pretty tight. Let's see if I can take it. 810, so all your gun will fit here, gun style. Nice O-ring, nice fit, and actually this drip tip is not too bad, to be honest. Here, obviously, as you can see, you got your barrel, you got dual coil option or single coil if you want to. Yeah, single coil option is available on this one. Nice O-ring on the top, and obviously when you got this thing in, let me choose. You got two airflows. Okay, and now I got plenty of water in my hands. Let's see if I still can turn it. Yeah, and as you can see, it can start to close or open, and what happened on one side obviously gonna happen on the other. Or if you're on single coil option, one side is gonna be open while the other side is gonna be closed. On the bottom you got UHV by GLXY. You got a protruding gold plated pin. You got PEUK insulator, so it should be safe to use on your hybrids. Okay, now let's attach this to unveil the deck. Now the deck is like they took the idea from oh, how is that the dot by Petri dot, I think is called, RTA, who got this single style clamp deck. Alright, so I think they took the idea from them, but to be honest, this one works great in here. You got a nice juice well in there. Obviously no squonking pin option on this one. I think it will be hard to actually have a squonk. Now they don't give you any extra springs or nothing. For the middle is a spring, as you can see. When you start to do or undo is a spring action in there. You got this flathead slash Phillips head screw on the top. You also can start with your hands. You got PEUK insulator between obviously positive and negative. It's a pretty unique deck, to be honest. Even though I thought they took the idea from Petri, it's still pretty unique deck with this pretty unique PEUK insulator. I've been glowing my coils in here and it's not melting, and it's been working great. I got great connection. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna throw those coils they send us in here, and I'm gonna show you how easy it is to build on this deck. Throw those round, they are round normal coils, wire. Nothing really fancy or special. Let's throw them here. So you can do undo by hand if you want, and as you can see, you're gonna have two options here. One top, one, well, it's not option. One is positive, the other one is negative. So make sure you don't build them on the same level. You want to put one leg on the top, one leg on the bottom, And those coils are pretty tiny. They are, to be honest, they are ridiculous coils to actually have here, but I don't want to put any massive coils here because I've got so much stuff to vape, and I'm probably not going to be vaping this one for a while, so I don't want to have a really nice coils in here. Now you can start to, as soon as they're there, you can start to undo that with your hand. Okay, as you can see, pretty easy. First with your hand, check. Yeah, they're about where I want to have them. So now obviously grab your flathead or your Phillips, and we're gonna crank this down. Here we go. All cranked down. Now obviously cut your excess. Pretty easy to cut your excess here. Nothing too hard to do. Oops. Try to not press the button while you're doing that. Turn off your mode, don't be like me, unsafe. Okay, so now let's throw some cotton. Let's throw some cotton there and some juice. Alright, cotton in place. This one, just a slight comb, is not a lot of cotton in there anyway. Obviously you can throw massive builds in here. I just want to use their coil, even though I think it should include slightly better coils. I mean, with a nice deck like that, you want to include nice coils, but whatever. Got a nice pre-dipped juice well. Put your wick in there. I want to use their coils because this is what you're gonna get if you buy it. So I also want to give my opinion on this normal round wire coils. Here we go. Let's throw some juice in there. Ohming 0.23, I think this is ohming. No, 0.34 actually ohming those coils. So here we go. Let's see if we got the vapors. Yeah, vapors happening. Obviously throw your top cap in. Try to align your airflow, and it's ready to be vape. We're gonna come back up, alright? I tell you where you can get it, price, and obviously pros and cons. Alright, and we're back, and that was the up and close for the UHV by GLXY. Really hard name. So yeah, where you can get it in price. Now you can get this bad boy at 3fvape.com for the price of $18.38. I will say 15 UK pounds around there. And plenty of options in colors. You go with those patterns, without the patterns. You go grey, green, blue, red. I mean, they got quite options there with different patterns on the outside, or just clear, saying just UHV. Quite different stuff going on there. Now, pros and cons on this device. Now, cons, I mean, for the price, it's not a lot of cons, to be honest. I mean, flavor is not the greatest, alright. When I was using a bigger coils, nice coils, the flavor was a bit better here. With those coils they provide, the flavor is really muted. But I was expecting that. They're pretty small for massive airflow. I mean, construction is not pro, is not con, is in between. It's quite a nice construction. I mean, everything is the finishing is nice. You know, it's not over the top, but it's definitely not poor. It's quite a nice quality in there. All right. What else? It's quite hard to say pros and cons on this one. I like the 810 drip tip of that. The 810 drip tip compatible that it brings in here. That I think is pretty nice. No 510 drip tip adapter, but obviously if you go one laying around, it will fit here. What else? The build deck, pretty easy to build on this build deck. I mean, you saw it, you just pull your lids in, tie it with your fingers, then you crank them down. I like the idea of this deck, even though I think they took this idea from battery, the .RTA or something like that it's called. But it works. I mean, it works great. Nice contacts. I mean, everything I throw in here, quite big builds, makes perfect contact and works great. Now, plenty of airflow. If you like airflow, you're really gonna like this airflow because it's plenty of airflow in here. Dual coil, single coil compatible, so pretty nice touch in there. It is hybrid compatible as well. In the end of the day, for £15, is not a bad RDA, to be honest. And if you're looking for something really simple to build, and you can dump quite a bit of juice in here, because unless you dump quite a lot, it's gonna leak, obviously. But other than that, it's not gonna leak because this is like a side airflow, it's not bottom airflow. So you're not gonna have a massive leaking unless you put like I don't know, 10 mils in there, and obviously there you're gonna have leaking. Other than that, yeah, I will say it's quite a nice RDA. If I recommend it, I mean, yeah, if you're looking for something really simple and cheap, if you wanna, I don't know, throw something extra on your cart when you go to Fast Tech and you wanna, oh, let me try this RDA just to throw this RDA just to try it. Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna be disappointed. It works great. The O-rings are quite nice. Construction is nice. Yeah, in the end of the day, not a bad one. Obviously, you got way better options out there, like the Drop, like the Banza, what else? Oh, so many. The Pulse 24, those ones, the price are not much difference of this one, and they are way better. But if you want something unique, if you want to experiment a new deck, yeah, it's not a bad idea. Alright, so we're gonna wrap it up. Hope you like it, hope you enjoy it. I hope to see you on the next video. Till then, keep vaping.